Alright, we are recording. Get back to this, start game, and I do have things to talk about, but first, Crowfather. Oh, once I get this one.
This is the tale thus far. A grand arena gilded by blood, a giant slain, a toll paid in full. But before the king will help our rider, he must have his dead court.
Yeah, that doesn't change until you actually get back with all three. Okay, what have I got on the list? I got Doom Eternal, DLSS 2.0, DirectX 12 Ultimate, which actually, yeah, it's funny, the stream last week, that was announced, like, during the time I was recording, so I didn't even see it until after. Oh yeah, a little bit more about the DLSS 2.0. MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries got support already. This, like, immediately with the announcement of the new system from NVIDIA. Control got it yesterday. I'm recording this Friday. It's supposed to anyway. The OpenGL and CL translation layer to DirectX 12 from Microsoft. I think it's worth talking about the F1 2019 thing. With the Esports Virtual Grand Prix. And also something that I wish I had known before I started working on Doom Eternal. I got... Oh, I remember. Yeah. Wait, no, didn't I already face one of these? I'm thinking of a different enemy. But yeah, so starting with Doom Eternal, I bought a copy, so I think I said I was going to do that in the last video. Yeah, I bought a copy, so I did get around to reviewing it on Friday. Well, yeah, that you would have already known that, because that's why I recorded that stream on the Thursday instead of Friday. I got lucky there. Now, where's the OBS update come into play with this? Well, you know how I try to do the review playthroughs? Didn't have much luck because, well, OBS and Vulkan for a while hadn't really gotten along together. But you could get around it by, like, you know, doing display capture, kind of what I wanted to do, or window capture. And Doom was like, nope, not even window capture. We don't want anything to work. And I didn't think, you know, I'll just check and see if OBS has an update, which would have come out like days ahead of it to add Vulkan support, so kind of wish I had. But, anyway. So that is now installed, and will prove useful for something else, but what I ended up doing, because I wanted to be coins in Doom Eternal anyway, I just replayed it on the test system, which is important whenever the review comes out, because I definitely do lay on some negative criticism, some stuff where it's like, yeah, this is not making me happy, I don't think this is fun, things like that. I replayed it, okay? So I still did enjoy the game, it's just, it has its imperfections. And some of them are imperfections that I don't like. I mean, for some people, it's like, whatever. And that's fine. But I'm not gonna ever review based on what somebody else thinks. It's like, that's not what I want to do. I want to review based on what I think. But yeah, so no review playthrough, although there was one thing, I recreated one moment that would have been in the review playthrough if I could record it in the Let's Play Plus I recorded. It has actually uploaded, I'm just waiting for the review to go live, then I'll make those public. Yeah, so I've done a Let's Play Plus literally the day after, the day after I finished the review and submitted it. But it will not be included in the review. I don't think that would be appropriate since it's not the context of the review playthrough. It's technically a separate thing. But yeah, I will share this though. If you have Doom Eternal and you make it to the Taurus of Odd level, and you are confused because there's an area early on in that level where it's like enemies are glowing red, and so it's like, okay, where's the buff totem? There is not one. There's not one. There's a special enemy. It'll be the one making all the fire around you. Kill that one. Okay, that's what's doing it. I get very displeased in the review with that, because they basically did betray the visual language I was set up. Oh, so this is 1? Or 2. But, yeah, so there will be videos of that. I'll probably just share them in the forum thread, I think, whenever the review goes live. So, moving on from that. But, yeah, though still, you know, moral of the story, I still did enjoy the game. I really did still enjoy it, so as much negativity as I throw at it, it's... Remember that. And yes, I did recommend it. So it's not like I enjoyed the game then didn't recommend it. It's like, no, I still was recommending it. Because I still thought it was fun. It just has some issues, that's all. Some more serious than others. But I don't want to get into too much. Oh. Aw. It has been so long since I played this, I don't remember all the commands and such. Let's do that. Because I need the guy. Oh, good. There's this thing right here. And then 1. Now let's talk about the DLSS 2.0. Oh, wait, no. Which is a pretty neat thing. So, DLSS was the technology that NVIDIA, along with ray tracing, touted a lot when they first launched the RTX GPUs. First announced, and how this was supposed to be this amazing, wonderful thing. I've never been impressed with it myself, but that's... I get how, technically speaking, the actual technology is pretty neat, but that doesn't mean it really seemed to be all that good. Okay, I think I can do it this way. So, what it would do is NVIDIA would have a supercomputer basically rendering a video game at a 64x detail level, so that high of... Wait, did I screw up? I think I screwed up. I need to go back. And they would use that to train a AI model. Oh, crap. So I'm gonna have to climb back up again. Alright, and this AI model could then take... Basically, it would recognize what's supposed to be in an image. A lower resolution image. And around. And try to put the detail back, which is always going to be risky, let's be honest, because you can't add information with 100% accuracy. But, if it gives you a good performance boost and still looks good, then a lot of people are going to be happy. So, especially with ray tracing representing such a huge performance hit in many cases. Well, with 2.0, DLSS 2.0, this training has been changed. So that instead of needing specific models, specific training models for every single game, it actually can use a generalized model, which is going to be helpful because that means then that, in theory, more games can support it more easily. Can support DLSS 2.0 more easily. That does not mean however, that it will be something like, say, Radeon image sharpening, where you can just enable it in the... Oh, I'm about to have a fight. Where you can just enable it in the drivers and then suddenly it works everywhere. No, that's it's still going to need to be integrated into the engine because it... Oh, I just realized I could have sent 2 guys, couldn't I? Because I have 2. Anyway, oh wait. No, I'm still getting the Judd in the game. Anyway, DLSS 2.0 still requires integration into the game engine because it needs information from it, specifically motion vectors. So some temporal information, so it has a better idea of what it is trying to reconstruct. There it is. It will be triggered. And this is actually something interesting to me, because I remember back to the, the anti-aliasing article that I did, because some of that is that kind of reprojection, temporal reconstruction stuff, and the work with motion vectors. You see that in TAA, you see that in SMAA T2X, and technically also 4X then. Yeah, I had a feeling that wasn't going to be it. Oh, it's another one of these guys. So this is similar to that champion I had to fight earlier. To even meet the dead lord, I needed to meet a guy who's kind of similar to this. And I do not know how I'm managing to be so much luckier with the dodges here. Maybe it's because of how much dodging I had to do in Doom Eternal. Anyway, so, and I put this in the news item about DLSS 2.0. It kind of sounds like, and I know some people may be like, oh, you're saying it's not that impressive. No, this is still impressive. It sounds kind of like it's an application of amateur super sampling, which is part of might be interesting to look at. Amateur super sampling is part of all it does is damage, it doesn't give anything else. That description makes it sound way more interesting. Sounds like amateur super sampling, which would have it collects, especially because one of the images even referenced jittered sampling. Like the images on a 1080p screen would be jittered, so they're slightly offset, and that way you That's precisely how amateur super sampling works, where you have it, instead of sampling at the center of the pixel every frame, it's actually sampling at the center of the quadrant. So that way, if you're standing still, it actually equates to 4x super sampling. And it takes that information, combines it together. So that use of the word jitter in that one image, or one graphic, is interesting. Now, it doesn't state jittered anywhere else in that announcement, but that really made me think of the amateur super sampling. But it sounds like it might be using that and then leveraging the machine learning, the trained network, trained AI network, using this additional information, which would be a other way to do that. Oh, that's not good. Hopefully it's just like the cinematic is. Well, I'm gonna try. Oh, nope. I do not know what is happening right now because I tried alt tabbing. Nothing happened, but the audio is still playing, so I think I need to force the computer shut down and try again. Hey, something just happened. Okay. I am not sure what just happened. Okay. So you can see that. I couldn't see anything either.
Humans, always so frightened. See your life as you truly lived.
Actually, I just realized. Okay, good. You are still recording. Although it's not hooked into the game currently. So that's a problem. Let's do that. I mean, it's just a cutscene right now, so it's not like you're missing. Okay, good. It hooked in.
It is finished. Your lord summons you.
I am ever his servant.
I'm now wondering, did I screw up? No, I saw it earlier.
You forget your station, Nephilim. You may be a horseman, but I am a lord of the dead.
And your king demands an audience.
This realm belongs to corruption now. None alive can stand against it.
You misjudge me.
You ride without the power of the seals at your back. You would not survive even the weakest trial of the realm.
I brought low the arena's champion.
That is but a game, Pale Rider. There are other trials meant to punish. Speak with the voice in the Gilded Arena. Ask of the Psychomeron. If you live, we will speak again.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what exactly just happened. I'm gonna do that though. Yeah, it changed like the process ID to the games. That's why I need to rehook it. Very, very weird. Very weird. Going to the crow at it. So yeah, at some point I will try to look into the DLSS 2.0 in MechWarrior 5. But I don't know when because I have so many other things to take care of. Like I do want, there's something else I need to do first. I'm going to do first, but I do want to do a performance analysis on Doom Eternal, which that is definitely kind of weird because visually the differences between some of the settings are very hard to spot for me. I kind of suspect, and I tried to put this in there, that it's just that game is designed more to be played at a higher resolution than what I'm playing at, so those differences between some settings may only appear then. Huh. Isn't this a way? Well, hang on just a second to do this. There it is. Fast travel back to the entrance. But yeah, it will be interesting to see, especially because
I have to go alone.
No, you don't. There we go. MechWarrior 5 already. Well, yeah, so I have other things to do first, but I do want to return to MechWarrior 5 to look at it. There's also, I don't think it's gotten the RTX, the ray tracing yet, and it was supposed to, so I'll have to also check on that. That's what I've been waiting for, but I'll also admit, further away from the release of that, the less interested I'm coming in that game, because I didn't care much for it. But we'll see what happens. As I also said, though, I am busy with other things. Like Doom Eternal done, but performance analysis soon. Because I don't have something to wait for with that, like, ray tracing is something coming. But I do have this other thing that I will do first, giving time for Doom Eternal to get patches for performance and such. Yeah, exactly. Go. I'm going all the way up there. I probably should just fast travel there, but I kind of like the... It's easy to talk when all I gotta do is that. But yeah, it will definitely be interesting, especially in MechWarrior 5, because that game, I was very comfortable in turning its resolution scale down before noticing anything. So the fact that DLSS and DLSS 2.0 does that whole, it renders a low internal resolution and then upscales it with the DLSS algorithm, whichever version, to try to put stuff back. That could be a very good game. Doom Eternal, by the way, because it does actually have resolution scaling, it did not impress me like that. Although it did not commit the grave sin of, oh, get out. Okay, here. That was just lined up so well, I didn't even see the grave sin of scaling the UI, which I saw in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So at least as far as that goes, it's in better shape.
This is no place for all.
But yeah, I was noticing the things becoming softer very shortly after turning it down from the resolution scale from 100. But again, that might be if I gamed at 1440 or 4K even, maybe then it wouldn't be as obvious. But that's not the case. I don't have such a moment. But yeah, it will be interesting to see what comes with that technology, and just will more games deploy it? In theory, it should be easier for them to do so. Especially since Unreal Engine 4 is also getting built-in support. So yeah, we'll just see. And it's funny, I have seen some people ask, like, could AMD come up with something equivalent? And people are like, well, no, because it requires the tensor cores and all that. It's like, well, no, not necessarily. It's hard to say. Tensor cores are good only for tensor math, which some kinds of machine learning does require, but not all kinds. And RDNA 2, based on what's been stated, will have better AI support than RDNA 1, so there's reason to believe that they could come up with a machine learning support. In fact, one of the features added, though not for games, in the drivers when they went to the 2020 version was to use a DirectML. So that's the Microsoft-made DirectX related, at least in name, machine learning system for image enhancement. I have no idea how to use it, but it is supposedly in there. So, and that, well, maybe that requires Navi, and I'm only on Polaris on my desktop, but I don't recall it saying it was limited to any specific architecture. So, basically, yes, in general, you could have AMD develop an equivalent to DLSS that just would not run needing tensor cores. It would run using something like DirectML. We'll just have to see what happens. It is also possible that you could see something akin to Reshade adding some sort of machine learning system like that. That's open source even, so it can be tweaked. It's like, we will see. We just need to see what'll happen. Oh yeah, I need to figure out how to get over. Should be fair. Yeah, it's just, the path is right here. First, get through these guys. I know about this stuff, I just want to clear that up. Oh yeah, talk about DirectX 12 Ultimate. So that's... my interpretation of it, honestly, is Microsoft deciding let's do some rebranding. It might be more appropriate to call it like DirectX 12.1 or 0.2, where it's basically just a level of DirectX 12 that has certain things that it has to be in there, and so if something is DirectX 12 Ultimate certified, that means it supports these 3 things. Sampler feedback, mesh shaders. Wait, was it 3 or was it 4? And ray tracing. and DXR ray tracing tier 1.1. I don't remember if there was a 4th thing or not, now that I think about it. But the thing is, all of those have actually been described previously by Microsoft and separately. So that's probably the reason why I feel like it's just a branding thing. But there may be other things that are also necessary that they just have not divulged yet. But it is important to note that it did say in the write-up from Microsoft that it's not like a game that uses DirectX 12 Ultimate features will only run on DirectX 12 Ultimate cards. It would run on others as well, it wouldn't have those features. Yeah, and those features like the mesh shaders, those are things that we have seen. Yeah, that's right, I need a way up. But those are features that we're seeing with the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. And it's also funny because some people with the mesh shaders are saying that like AMD has no response. It's like AMD primitive shader stuff. That was the early work on this. So there would be reason to believe that even Vega may be able to do the mesh shaders to a degree. It may not be full support, but it might be able to handle some of the stuff at least. Because that's where they introduce the primitive shaders. We won't know until stuff is actually out. And it could also be will AMD even allow it? Because they may be like, we're not going to. Because they've been able to allow, if they wanted to, in the drivers, DXR, because that can still be run on just GPU's normal compute stuff. They just haven't set that up. Which is fine, they may feel it's not ready yet, or just as likely, even more likely, they don't want to have any DirectX, DXR support until after they have hardware support set up. Like getting the RDNA 2 GPUs out. I can see that. Now the other thing, continuing with the talk about Microsoft stuff, so they, and I saw this on Phoronix first, and then I just looked and found the, Phoronix did share it. I'm just gonna fast travel out of this. There. Working with Collabora on a translation layer for OpenGL and OpenCL to DirectX 12. And I likened this, and it's not necessarily a perfect comparison. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know all the ins and outs that well. But I likened it to DXVK, which can take, since it's pulled in D9VK, DirectX 9, 10, and 11 API calls, and convert them to Vulkan API calls. So that you could then have a DirectX 9, 10, or 11 game, which this would actually be one example of, now running through Vulkan. Which there can be advantages. Some people have noted performance improvements, stability improvements. I personally have actually had an instance where it was an Unreal Engine 4 game that it had got an engine update and then suddenly wasn't working with my AMD graphics card. It would just keep crashing. Now it was eventually fixed, but I did find that if I put the appropriate files, the DXVK files in there, that running it through Vulkan, it was fine. Worked fine. So this is kind of actually to that purpose of there's some old OpenGL stuff that you don't really see it working on modern hardware, or you'd have to design the hardware to support it, and who wants to do that? Especially as this is targeting OpenGL 3.3 and OpenCL 1.2, I think? Which are fairly old at this. Like Doom 2016 uses OpenGL 4.2? It's 4 point something. Yeah, I just don't remember which something. I mean, that would be kind of neat to see. Also, just like Minecraft, being able to have it take the OpenGL calls and send it to DirectX 12, it might perform better. So OpenGL, let's face it, especially with Minecraft, because then it's actually the Java GL implementation, does not perform that great. But that effort is going to work from Mesa 3D, which is... I've seen it referred to with Linux plenty of times. Mainly it's a kind of a tool for just generally taking calls and converting them into the right code so that GPUs can work with them. So they're going to start with that, but they also need to do the stuff to convert the shaders. I mean, it's not a small project. But the idea is so that you could eventually have... Does the device support DirectX 12? Yes. Then it will also be able to support OpenGL 3.3 and OpenCL 1.2 applications. Doesn't matter, they'll just work thanks to this. That would be the idea. Hopefully they would also expand it to include other things. But we'll just have to wait and see. And it could be quite some waiting, because it's not a small project, not even close. Then there's the F1 2019 news. That, I think, is really neat. So, like so many things today, F1 racing had to be delayed, had to be postponed from its normal season because, you know, they don't want to have large gatherings, they don't want to endanger the teams, you know, having to come and all that with coronavirus going on, with that crisis going on. So, Formula One decided that we're going to do something that's strictly for entertainment. So it's not like there would be any points from this, but that they would take advantage of the fact that, hey, Codemasters makes this really good F1 simulation that we license. Like they've given the license to Codemasters so they could make an F1 game. Okay, no, I do need to go through that door I already passed. We'll just have the racers do that if they... I assume if they want to. I didn't watch it, but... yeah, it's so a virtual esports Grand Prix is what they're doing in place of the normal racing. And it's like, this to me is awesome. I think that's an absolutely awesome way to respond to it. And I like the F1 games. I have found them to be fun, even though I'm not into F1. And I'm not a simulation racer, I'm more of an arcade type racer, but I enjoy those games. They are fun, and also really work well, I think, are a good example of what the head tracker, the Iron head tracker can do. Like, I could not play that game in the cockpit view if not for the Tracker 4C I have.
So you have returned. What is it you seek?
I'm stopping so
I seek the Psychomeron.
If such a thing were possible, it would surely consume down to your very soul.
I have a few to spare.
Indeed, but I wonder, are they too old to burn after so many eons?
But yeah, I think that's a pretty Pretty neat approach. To the problem. Ah, son. The worst part is this is ultimately going to be a waste, I'm sure. I'm going to have bigger and tougher enemies after these two. Okay, I kind of want to just point out the bullshit of that. That I dashed through one enemy and the other was like, oh yeah, I'm attacking you right now. It's like, what are you talking about? How do you have no wind-up time? Or were you just going to attack the back of the other guy? Does this really make sense? Anyway, the last note I already talked about with the whole OBS version 25 now supporting Vulkan, hooking into Vulkan. Yeah, I hate these enemies. These guys are not any fun. Because they are too fast and do way too much damage for how much health they have. I mean, that bone guy was so much easier, and he actually should be standing as a mini-boss. These guys are not. They're mobs. Yeah, they are way too fast for how much damage they're capable of doing. You need some way to control them, and it just does not exist. Oh yeah, something else. I forgot to make the note on there though. Epic Game. Okay, well that just the environment murdered me. There, it had nothing to do with the enemies. Epic Games has launched their Epic Games publishing effort. So yeah, they're hoping to disrupt game publishing just as they have more or less disrupted PC games. PC games distribution with the Epic Games Store. And they already have 3 partners, Gen Design, that, Last Guardian, Remedy, which is Alan Wake, Control, Max Payne. I didn't think of Max Payne when I was writing the piece up, though. Because I may have a game, I don't think about it. I've never played it. I have played Alan Wake. And Control is the current title, so... Play Dead, which did Limbo, and I don't remember what the other one was. Inside, that's it. Oh hey, I actually killed one of them. Please die. Okay, I think... son of a bitch. I mean, it's only one, but it still is. Just, we really don't need him. You have got to be kidding me. I hate that attack just locking you in place. It is so fucking annoying. the gun is a good way to get the wrath back. Is that it? An instant 180 on these enemies. They are not balanced. Let's just admit, they're not. And I know that there would be people saying, "Oh, they're not that bad." It's like, no, they are not balanced. That is simply a fact. They have way too much damage, can move way too fast. Well, the reactions, I should say, are way too fast. They're not necessarily overpowered, I could see that argument being, but they are not balanced properly for what they are able to do. And what they are a mob, they're not a mini-boss. Anytime. But yeah, so the next games from Remedy, Playdead, and that Gen Design will be on Epic Games Store, and will be published by this, which I actually remember I want to try contacting them, because if they're doing the publishing, then they would also then potentially be the people I'd want to contact as far as like review keys. So I kind of want to reach out to them to check on there. Ah, got it. Actually, no, I don't want to do that yet. This. Oh, no, wrong one. Okay, got it.
Yes.
There and there. Come on, go there. But yeah, so I'll try doing that. I can do that today. Yep. Oh, and these things to deal with. Nope. There we go. Oh, can also mention the GOG Spring Sale going on, which they've given away a number of things, Jim. First, they had just a number of games be free, including Gwen, which actually I think that in some cases is already free. I don't remember that. I don't really follow it that closely, to be honest. I'm not a big Gwen fan. It's like its thing in The Witcher 3, but I never really bothered with myself. There. But also some goodie packs. One of them was actually really neat because it included the video game show concert. Of The Witcher 3 soundtrack, which I like that because I even had that on my wish list to get because it was like $6 or something. So it's like, hey, I got it free, yay! But I also do just enjoy the Witcher 3 soundtrack. Witcher 2 soundtrack is also pretty good, I think. Oh, no, you can't actually just run that. Yeah, so that'll be ending, that sale's ending the 30th, so you know, you don't want to waste time. But yeah. Oh, and also something else. It's funny. I bought the game actually back when I bought Sass Factory, which was like that first Epic Games mega sale. The World War Z is currently free on the Epic Games Store, and that yeah, I haven't even installed it yet. I have it. I just haven't done anything with it. But I do want to play it. I just been, you know, doing other things. Okay, so I'm guessing that means neither of them can go there? You're not even gonna try? Alright. Okay, that you can do, so that's good, because I can grab onto him, like I did this guy. And that'll probably open up this gate. But yeah, they're hoping, the hope with the publishing. That was risky. It should have given me a prompt or something that I could have gotten to. Oh, got something here. Yeah, that makes sense. That would open this up. Because otherwise I would not have a way back. Even, actually no, I'm not going to have a way back anyway. This is a key. How long have I been going? Saved. Save. 47 minutes. Be stopping kind of soon. But yeah, so Epic is offering the possibility of complete funding for development costs, which it says up to 100%, so it's not a guarantee of 100%, which makes sense, because in some studios it's like, eh, you got incomes that, you know, we don't need to, you know, give you everything. But it didn't describe what the requirements might be. Do I just have to wait for him to get there? That might be the case. Alright, so I want to... Well, no, I need to do more than just that.
As you command.
That one. So it's a classic Zelda-type puzzle where you just need to ping them, and that is teleport wall. I just need to unlock the thing for it. Oh, it might actually be in order. Like, you need to do it in a certain order. And I just got lucky. Yeah, so possibility that complete creative control and IP ownership remains with the developer, which I can definitely believe that for some developers that's a big deal. Yeah, so it looks like that would then up there, so I can get past that gate. And also 50-50, well, at least 50-50 profit sharing once costs are recovered. So that would be what that would translate to, I think, is then, you know, the costs that they spend funding you for development and the publishing stuff, the stuff to get it to release, like QA, which is also weird to see that described as something you do leading up to release. It's like, no, you should actually be doing QA during, throughout development. If you're waiting, you're gonna have a harder time implementing things because you need the opinions early on. But it might be just like the extra QA that would go in, would be done leading up to the release. It would very much be necessary for like networking tests. Checking netcode, having more people work on that is definitely gonna help.
I'm sorry.
There.
Dust I am reborn.
Come on, one of you.
Yes.
Oh no, it opened up a different door. I don't know if that gate will actually open. I may have to jump across or something. But yeah, so it will be interesting to see what comes of that, and if it does disrupt much. But it's not like Epic Games Store and Steam, because Steam is the dominant digital distribution solution for PC. There's just no question about that. But there's a lot of publishers out there, and some have certain reputations, expectations, histories that would may make it advantageous to go there instead of Epic. Like Ubisoft does publish third-party, well, for them third-party, as is EA. EA does actually a lot, like Unraveled. That's not a jet. Oh, duh, I screwed up. That. That's not an EA-owned studio that did the Unraveled games, but EA's publishing for them. Ooh, new sides. Well, new possessed sides. More accurate. Let's take a look at that. Ooh. Oh wait, no. Is that what I already have? No, this is what... Okay. This is what I picked up. These are what I'm currently using. Okay. Just want to clear. That's not better. Well, in one way it is. Not in enough ways, though. No, but I want to hang on to that. Alright. I kind of like the shock damage. Let's see if I'll be able to... I'm not able to upgrade those, I thought. Hang on. Oh, okay. I see. That's a possessed one as well, so I could upgrade that. I don't want to, though, because I don't use heavy items like that. Alright, Is it the only thing I have that I could... No. It's only the possessed sides I currently have that will give me the, things. The lightning damage. Ice damage, I don't even... I think that is decent, but it's not necessarily. Alright, so I can... Piercing, fire, health on... So I can dump this. That. Definitely want the health on crit. Should also get crit chance when I can. What all do I have? Defense, shock damage, critical chance now. Crit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was very confused because, like, why is defense so low on it? That's why. Why does it say it's red there? It's not that it's red, it's just low. Alright, let's do that. You need the, well, something. Shock or, potentially the, wait here, let me try looking that up. Use 2 shock, ice, fire, jam, best. Something like that. So it looks like I want to have the shock damage. Yeah, so level 15 versus level 13, this will end up being better. Except that. So all I could get would be that bonus. Oh yeah, anything? No, not really. Yeah, execution is the where I can hit the button and then it does a special kill. Like glory kills in the Doom games. To use a reference that's somewhat timely. Okay, so that actually might not end up being as much damage. But, you know, it's fine. I still cleared out my inventory by going to the... Okay, so this is good. I'm just... what end is it good at? Keep wanting to hit tab to get the map, because that makes more sense. Helps if I have the right thing selected. There we go. I think I'll stop when I get out of this room. Right now, this room is basically just teaching you to go through all the, well, about going through the, going through puzzles that require you placing these, the spheres around. Oh, and looking up the elemental damage stuff, it said that it looks like shock and lightning are two different things, where it appears that shock also does that dot, also applies that dot on them, so there's that chance of the enemies being stunned. Whereas just lightning damage would just be the elemental damage. Okay. I'm gonna save here. I think this is gonna be a fight here, but especially since it's loading me up with potions. But it might be because the Deadlord guys will actually fight for me if I summon them, so that might be part of what will happen. But I am stopping, because there are other things to do. I might not do them though. I might continue to take the day kind of off, because it's just been a busy time. And taking some time off is not a bad idea. Alright, see you next time. And yeah, I have no idea what happened with the video that had dropped out, but at least I didn't need to like shut down the computer. That is always helpful. And it sounds like the test system might be done with processing some videos too, so I can get that taken care of. Not something directly for OCC though. Nah, it's just when I replayed Doom Eternal to get the Let's Play Plus videos, I also had myself on the heart rate monitor. So I'm gonna burn, the test system was just burning in the overlay of that heart rate monitor. Those videos go up somewhere else. The Let's Play Plus videos are basically where all the review playthroughs are, so same video, just now there'll also be this this heart rate for those other videos. Anyway, see you next time.